Before I start today's show, let me tell you about the Hello LLC. It's an Instagram account, and I know the couple that runs it from Houston. It stands for Helping Everyone Live Optimally, and they help you start businesses. They help you switch over to solar power. I love the Instagram account and everything that they do. You got to check them out if you want to start a second line of income, a third line of income. If you have physical limitations and want to get going, that's who you see. Yo, man, it is day number 4. And I'm just chilling, thinking about all the hard work bus drivers have to put into every day to keep this city, this state, this country moving. Bus drivers, city bus drivers, school bus drivers, the bus drivers that are getting our family and friends back and forth to the hospital. They don't know people's names a lot, especially at the school. People don't listen. They're always yapping, don't pay attention, and never stop complaining. Shout out to bus drivers today, man. I salute all the hard work y'all put in. I don't even know what you're looking shocked for. Your boy got his gratitude journal done, day 4. Let me get up close so you know. I'm on the journey. It never stops. This never stops. It's every day. And I'm doing this to deal with the thoughts of abandonment. I'm doing this to deal with the thoughts of the negativity that comes with the chronic illness, because you know it never stops. So by getting a gratitude journal, you're putting yourself in a position, you're putting yourself in a place to think better. And the first step in my journal, the first step I want y'all to start with is the intention. And today, man, I'm going to bust my hump to make sure I'm not dealing with the imposter syndrome. And the imposter syndrome is anytime you believe you cannot do something. Anytime you're telling yourself you cannot do something. Anytime you start thinking that people will not buy your products, that they don't want to take your service, that you cannot fulfill obligations, that is the imposter syndrome. And the way it hits me is that I do the teaching. I don't want to call myself a coach, so I do the real teaching. I have this mindset over bullshit university. And one of the imposter syndromes that I deal with is that I'm always worried and tripping. Are people going to sign up for this? Do they understand the value that I'm bringing? And that makes me want to drop the price down to stuff like $9. No. After Mother's Day, in love to my own mama, in love to my mother-in-law, showing love to my wife, my daughters, prices went up because I know my value. And I've got to remember that to deal with the imposter syndrome. You have it too. You deal with it too. You deal with it in your relationships. You deal with it in your parenting. You think the kids are not listening. You swear the kids are not listening. They never clean up like you want them to. And it makes you doubt your own parenting skills. That's the power of a gratitude journal, because you're removing some of that thought out of your day so you can keep going. Mine, I've got to work on the imposter syndrome. So all day I'm looking out for that thought. Get that out. I can sing a song. I can do some gratitudes. I might pull over and look at a movie, pull over because I'm in the wheelchair. But you get what I'm saying. I'm very, very aware of that today. Y'all keep doing your stuff. Next up, we got to do our call to action. All right, so y'all know I got to get better with the call to actions. And my call to action in particular is to only get on social media to educate, inspire, and I'm even trying to stop all the entertainment. Educate or inspire. Educate or inspire. Had a homeboy hit me up, wanted me to jump on. Nah, dog, it's outside of my time just to be freestyling. I've got to get on here and be more focused, be more intentional. Told y'all I'm working on that all weekend. I want to be outside this room, kicking it with the wife and queen, kicking it with the kids, seeing things, talking to people, ripping and running around the house. I can't just be in here. So by being more intentional on my social media, I got more time to do that. And on top of that, I realized all that activity, I'm getting just as much by being on the list and just hitting them harder.
Nice
Take that
adjustments,
to your
homie.
business plan, because I know a lot of us are doing the entrepreneur thing. Let me tell you something you can learn today. 53% of employees will remain with the employer just because he or she shows gratitude. Let me slow that down again. Say it again because I know I didn't say it right. 53% of employees will remain at a job just because the employer is grateful. Do y'all understand what that means?
Wow.
We're talking about the difference between being grateful and showing gratitude. And when you're at a job and you just know you're appreciated, when you're at a job and you just know you come in and you like the people there, you feel appreciated, you feel challenged at work, you got the pay coming in, stuff like that will make you stay at the job more than the money will. Because you like the respect. You know that's what it's all about. If they respect you right, give you what you're looking for, you'll find a way to make the money fit. You'll find some way to cut a few things out to make the money fit. And if the money is right, that's everything. It's everything. But it starts with 53% of employees remaining at a job just because the employer shows gratitude. Put that on your teams, put that in your sales force, put this in your classrooms, put this in the staff at your schools. Include gratitude, discuss gratitude, why people are grateful. Because when you know why they're grateful, you know what makes them tick. You know what makes them tick, you know what makes them smile. And then you can build your whole culture around that. But it starts with being grateful, showing that gratitude. That's crazy, man. 53%. Remember that magic number, 53%. Okay, y'all know how important self-care is. That's why it is called the King's Care. That's why it is called the Queen's Care. Because every day you've got to plan to take time out for yourself. Do something to make yourself feel good. Mine, today, I took time out to send a thank you note to somebody. Just a thank you note, man. An appreciation note. Did it on LinkedIn. And it took them a couple hours to respond back, but when it did, I got a big, long message. And stuff like that fills up your bucket. But more importantly, it fills up the bucket of those around you. Whoever you're trying to build a connection with. Send those thank you notes, man. Build up your gratitude muscles. This is more than just about seeing things and being grateful for what you see, being grateful for what you feel. You can create this same energy. It's all on you. Get this going, but today, do something special for somebody else. And I don't mean go buy them something. Send a thank you note, send a voicemail, send a text, an email, a comment on their social media, but make sure you send a thank you note and make that mug personal. All right. Okay, King's News. I have a good one for y'all on King's News.
Better
Yes,
because woo and to
I'm
laugh.
talking about Russia. I told y'all I would never talk about the Russia-Ukraine stuff. I'm bringing in Russia, even Putin. And that's because Russian scientists have discovered a 3,000-year-old burial ground of this historical fighting force. Got a bunch of zombie-like bodies and everything in there. What makes this story crazy is that Russian scientists are going to take some of the DNA that they can take from these skeletal remains, 3,000 years old. And their goal is to recreate the DNA and do some cloning Some human cloning from 3,000-year-old DNA of the greatest warriors before the days of Christ. Are you shitting me? Dog, isn't that like the first step to a zombie apocalypse and stuff like that? In every single one of the bad movies, it starts out with a scientific experiment just like this. And Russia is doing this. Yes, it is illegal. It's illegal in all forms. And Russia just said they're gonna do it, and they'll find a way to do it legally. Had a whole scientific announcement about this. The whole scientific, yeah, man, put this out. Putin took time out from the war to attend this and say, yeah. Next up, cloning. Now that's some shit that you want to call the king's news, the queen's news, the royal news. Stop your scrolling for shit like that. A zombie army made from the DNA of 3,000-year-old zombies in Russia? That's some crazy shit. Think about it. Starting to get into these morning meditations, aren't you? I know you are. I know you are because I do too. Here we go. New beginnings are a time for celebration. A seed must be watered in order to sprout. A lot of work occurs below the soil. And when the seedling pushes through the dirt, it's a sign of growth. Growth is not a simple process. It can be painful. It can be gritty. But eventually, blossoming occurs. You are growing. And if it feels difficult, remember that you too will soon blossom. Allow yourself the time to push through the soil. What seeds are you planting that you need to nurture and be more attentive to? I didn't know what to actually write about on this one. I could write about the seeds that I'm planting with the nonprofit. I can write about the seeds I'm planting to work with the hospice and with retirement homes, with hospitals. I can talk about the seeds I'm planting to build youth programs right here in my local area. I got all type of stuff going, man. I got the seeds I'm planting just to be and spend more time with the fam and not getting so frazzled with chasing dollars. I can talk about the seeds I'm planting to take the time because every day this week, I've made up my own bed. Haven't done that in months. All of these things I'm planting because I know further down the road, these steps I'm planting, the stuff I'm doing, making it part of the routine, constantly evaluating, assessing what I'm doing, it's the right thing to do. You feel it in your bones. It's the right thing to do. When you take your time and you just sit up there thinking like, yesterday, so-and-so, all of that goes in. All that goes in. So in your morning meditation, write down what are you actually planting? What are you doing now? But you're not expecting something from it. You're looking for it down the road. You know it's the thing to do, so you're just doing this type of stuff. Maybe you're talking to the kids more. Maybe you're doing more housework around the house. Watching less TV. Taking more showers when you come in from work. Washing your feet. I don't know, man. Whatever it is. Queen, that could be you too, not washing your toes. Whatever it is. Take care of yourselves, good people. Next up, gratitudes. Goal! All right. The magic number is 42. You are 42% more likely to complete your goals if you write them down. So I'll write my stuff down. I wrote down my goal today was to finish the updates. Finish the updates on KendrickAvant.com. And that's because, yes, mindset over bullshit. I've got a few things there now. We have an e-course that people can get 7 days, self-guided, all pre-recorded. We have the Mindset Over Bullshit University right here rocking with me. You get 7 days with me, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, and then you just keep going and flowing with the vibe of the university right here. a virtual learning center. Because once you spend that time with me, you really gonna see how the gratitude journal changes things. Wow. All of that had to be updated, had to put in price changes, it was something big I had to do on there. I forgot, I gotta look. I've done so much stuff, man, been on it all day. And at one point, the internet went out for a while, but I had downloaded some stuff and I had to do just some writing on it. And then they came back, jumped right back in it. That was the goal. I'm glad I wrote that thing down. Did I do any extra yoga? No, 1 set. Meditation, 1 5-minute. The water, I'm on my 2nd dose. As you can see, not done well with that. Anytime I'm not writing this stuff down, the water, the meditation, my vitamins and supplements, I end up missing stuff. I have done my double manifestation so far though. 3 times in the morning, 6 times at lunch, and as long as I don't mess up tonight, that'll be day 1. Can't tell you what the double manifestation is yet. You just gotta maybe catch it on Instagram when I post the pictures. I don't want to jinx myself because I haven't gotten past day 4 in a couple of weeks. But my goals, working with it. 42% likely to do it if you write the stuff down. That's why you have a spot right here in your journal. Write your goals down. At some point, I'm gonna have a real drum roll. It's gonna do. Y'all know what a drum roll is. Gratitude time. I'll close this thing on out. Number 1, I found my phone on the back of the couch. Using that whole look for the last, where's the last place you think you had it? That actually worked for me this morning. Found it, saw it on the back of the couch, couldn't believe that worked, and never mind. Losing my phone causes anxiety, so I am damn sure happy I found my phone. I tell you, man, I grew up with my mama always telling me, asking me, where's the last place you had it? Where's the last place you remember having it? This shit never seems to work, but it worked today. And I'm extra grateful because y'all know your boy stay on that thing, man. So anytime I remember little shit like that, I feel like, yeah, my memory is good. My brain is working. Gratitude number 2. I can now password protect my blogs. That means I can create self-paced e-crash courses. I can create, and more. The videos can now be tutorials and walkthroughs for the gratitude journal and Snap. I'm not a coach, but I can be the professor of gratitude because of the university. I like the sound of that. I really, really like the agent of gratitude. But yo, man, professor of gratitude? And if y'all see my daddy, tell him I'm on it. Professor of gratitude. And it's all because I can now password protect my blogs. Remember, put in your why statement. If you just put password protect blogs, I'm not gonna remember that shit. But that whole little story I just told y'all that's in here, that's how you do it. My 3rd gratitude. I took a standing shower for the 2nd time in a row. I have not done that since we went to Ecuador last year. And that's because I had to do it because they didn't have a bench at all. Either way, let me finish reading. I showered standing up twice in a row. 1st time since Ecuador. That means I am onto something. Healing is occurring. I'm always saying that you don't determine what your healing is. And I haven't been so focused on trying to hold in my legs and make sure I, quote unquote, I'm trying to make sure that I held on to the last remaining vestiges and I'm thinking in my head, pieces of movement. Man, I've calmed down this week. That started with Mother's Day. It is now Wednesday. Every day it has been a little bit better. Every day I've seriously felt better. I shouldn't even say a little bit. I felt quite a bit better. And I know it's because I calmed down. I was just getting too emotional, too stressed out, too anxious, letting it all just build up. And as I've relaxed, as I can breathe, things are happening. I'm not doing the yoga every 4 to 6 hours. I'm not even doing the meditation every 4 to 6 hours, like I said. I get meditation in twice, got the yoga in once. Just slowing down, enjoying the present, kicking it, seeing people, cracking jokes, laughing at jokes. People not having to, Daddy, I was talking to you. All of that. Good stuff, man. And I did a fourth gratitude. Y'all got 4 today. You ought to feel special. Gratitude number 4. It's this movie,
We
Permanent.
don't feel special.
It has Rainn Wilson, who played Dwight K. Schrute in The Office. Oh, dog, that shit is funny as hell. The dad acts like Dwight K. Schrute, and it has Patricia Arquette. I cannot remember anything specific she was in, but she's been in a whole bunch of stuff. Good actress. She's the wife, and she's trying to get some, and she never gets in it. She can't never get the draws. The daughter has this messed up hairdo. They moved to a whole new town. The daughter has a messed up blowout hair. I learned that a perm and a relaxer are 2 different things. 43 years old and never knew that. I thought a perm and a relaxer were the same shit my whole life. Cause all I ever heard girls say a perm. I didn't know a perm, curls, and a relaxer makes it straight. I thought just a perm made it straight. Either way, man. The movie is hilarious. It's had us rolling. You know, movie is funny whenever people come in, they're talking, the movie gets interrupted. So you're talking, everybody's laughing. When people stop, you rewind it and go back to before they started talking. That's when you know a movie is funny. And that shit, and the song, it's called Permanent. Check that thing out on Hulu. That's my 4th gratitude. Actually had me giggling so hard that I just, my mind was just off of everything, man. And I'm trying my best, doing my best just to relax. Stop trying to force the healing. Stop trying to hold on to shit and just relax, breathe. That's the end of the gratitudes for day number 4. Yo, man, remember, we are here 90 days in a row. We're here for abandonment. We're here for the negative thoughts. We're here because we keep thinking. We cannot get that thought out of our head that the illness, that the disability is getting worse. And when you get like that, you got to focus on what's going good. You got to relax. You've got to breathe. Y'all be pretty. Stay grateful. I salute you. I am out.